Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in every person's life when the walls seem to close in, when the weight of the world presses down so hard that it feels impossible to rise again. You've been there, haven't you? Those moments when your strength feels spent, your hope feels distant, and your faith feels weak. You've questioned yourself, wondered if the path you're on is even worth the fight. But let me tell you something, there's a power within you that is greater than anything you can imagine. That power didn't bring you this far to let you crumble under the pressure. You were built for resilience. When storms rage and winds howl, you have the ability to stand firm. Every challenge you face was not meant to destroy you, but to prepare you, to shape you, to refine you. You are not the product of your pain, you are the product of your perseverance. Every tear you've cried, every sleepless night you've endured, every setback you've encountered, they weren't signs of defeat, they were setups for your breakthrough. People may look at you and see only the surface, the struggles, the mistakes, the flaws, but they don't see what's inside you. They don't see the fire that refuses to be extinguished. They don't see the strength that keeps pushing, even when the odds are stacked against you. You may have stumbled, but stumbling doesn't mean you're out. Falling doesn't mean you're finished. Every great story has a moment of adversity that propels the hero to greatness. And you, my friend, are the hero of your own story. Life will test you, it will throw curveballs, detours, and distractions your way. It will try to convince you that you're not enough, that you don't have what it takes, that you should give up. But the lies of life can only take root if you let them. You don't have to accept the narrative that others try to write for you. You don't have to conform to the expectations of those who don't understand your journey. You are a masterpiece in progress, and every brushstroke of adversity only adds to the depth of your beauty. You see, pressure isn't your enemy. Pressure is the process that turns coal into diamonds. Pressure is what strengthens steel. Pressure is what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. When you feel like the weight is too much to bear, remind yourself that you are being refined for a greater purpose. There is a reason for the season you're in. It may not make sense now, and you may not understand why the road has been so hard, but trust that there is a plan unfolding, a plan that is far greater than anything you could imagine. Don't let fear paralyze you. Fear has a way of whispering lies into your ear, telling you that you can't, that you won't, that you're not enough. But fear is a liar. It thrives on your doubt and your hesitation. The only way to silence fear is to face it head on. Step forward even when you're shaking. Speak your truth even when your voice trembles. Take the leap even when the outcome is uncertain. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward in spite of it. And you, my friend, are braver than you know. When the world feels dark, and you can't see the way forward, remember that light shines brightest in the darkness. You carry that light within you. It's a light that no amount of darkness can extinguish. It's a light that guides you even when the path seems unclear. Trust that light. Follow it. Let it illuminate the steps you need to take one by one. You don't need to see the entire staircase to take the first step. Trust that each step you take is leading you closer to where you're meant to be. There will be times when you feel alone, when it seems like no one understands what you're going through. But isolation is not your reality. You are never truly alone. Even in the silence, there is a presence that surrounds you, that comforts you, that strengthens you. Lean into that presence. Let it remind you that you are seen, you are known, and you are loved. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your own. There is strength in surrender, in admitting that you need help, and allowing yourself to be supported. You are not defined by your past. Your mistakes, your failures, your regrets, they don't dictate your future. You have the power to rewrite your story, to choose a new path, to rise from the ashes of what once was. Don't let the shadows of yesterday steal the light of today. You are not who you were. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. Each day is a new opportunity to grow, to learn, to heal, to rise. Don't waste it by dwelling on what could have been. Focus on what can be. There is a strength in you that you haven't even tapped into yet. It's a strength that comes alive in the face of adversity, that rises to meet every challenge, that refuses to back down. You may not feel strong right now, but strength isn't always loud and obvious. Sometimes strength is simply getting up each morning and facing the day. Sometimes strength is holding on when everything in you wants to let go. Sometimes strength is saying yes to the journey, even when you don't know where it will lead. You are not an accident. Your life has meaning, purpose, and value. The world is better because you are in it. Your gifts, your talents, your voice, they matter. You have something unique to offer, something that no one else can bring. Don't hide your light out of fear or insecurity. Don't shrink yourself to fit into someone else's mold. Stand tall. Shine brightly. Be unapologetically you. No matter what you're facing right now, no matter how heavy the burden or how deep the valley, know this: you are stronger than you think, braver than you feel, and more capable than you realize. The journey may be hard, but the destination is worth it. And keep moving forward. Keep believing, keep hoping. You've got this. Resilience is a word that often sounds lofty, something spoken of in motivational speeches or written about in self-help books, but it is not an abstract concept. It is the reality of life, the unyielding truth that defines who we are in the face of adversity. When life presses down and you feel the weight of challenges, it's easy to think that the pressure is meant to break you. Yet the truth is, every ounce of pressure you face is forging something greater within you. Resilience is not a gift you are born with, it's a strength you build, a muscle you develop with every trial you endure. Think of the strongest trees. They don't grow tall and mighty in calm, peaceful climates. No, they are shaped by fierce winds, torrential rains, and harsh seasons. Their roots dig deep into the soil, seeking strength beneath the surface to withstand the storms above. You are no different. Life's storms are not here to destroy you. They are here to deepen your roots, to anchor you in strength and fortitude. Every setback you face, every obstacle that feels insurmountable, is an opportunity for growth. It's a chance to discover just how strong and capable you are. Pain, though unpleasant, is one of life's greatest teachers. It refines you, it strips away the superficial and reveals the core of who you are. When you encounter pain, don't run from it. Don't numb it or push it aside. Instead, embrace it as part of your journey. Pain has a way of clarifying priorities and shedding light on what truly matters. It shows you what you're made of, what you can endure, and what you can overcome. Resilience isn't about never falling, it's about rising every single time you do. It's about knowing that no matter how many times life knocks you down, you have the power to get back up. Every challenge you face is a stepping stone, a building block in the foundation of your strength. Challenges are not meant to hold you back. They are meant to propel you forward. They are opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to grow. When you encounter resistance, it's not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's a sign that you're on the verge of a breakthrough. Resistance builds resilience. It teaches you to persevere, to dig deep, and to find strength you didn't even know you had. Resilience is built into moments when you choose to keep going, even when everything in you wants to quit. It's built into moments when you face your fears, confront your doubts, and push past your limitations. It's not about being unshaken by life's challenges, it's about being unbroken by them. Resilience is the quiet strength that carries you through the storm, the unwavering belief that you can and will overcome whatever comes your way. Adversity is not a sign of weakness, it's a test of strength. It's an opportunity to prove to yourself just how powerful you are. Each time you rise after a fall, you are declaring to the world and to yourself that you are not defeated. You are declaring that your spirit is unbreakable, your determination is unstoppable, and your will is unyielding. You are showing that you are stronger than the circumstances that try to hold you back. Resilience is also about perspective. It's about choosing to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones. It's about reframing setbacks as setups for something greater. When you face a difficult situation, you have a choice. You can let it define you, or you can let it refine you. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. The choice is yours. Resilience is about taking control of that choice and deciding to rise no matter what. Sometimes resilience looks like strength and courage. Other times it looks like vulnerability and humility. It takes strength to admit when you're struggling, to ask for help, and to lean on others. Resilience is not about going it alone. It's about recognizing that we are stronger together. It's about finding supporting community, drawing strength from those around you, and knowing that it's okay to lean on others when you need to. Resilience is also about faith, not necessarily faith in something external, but faith in yourself. It's about believing that you are capable, that you have what it takes, and that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's about trusting the process, even when you can't see the end result. It's about knowing that every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to where you're meant to be. Life is not about avoiding challenges. It's about facing them head on and coming out stronger on the other side. It's about embracing the journey with all its twists and turns, highs and lows, victories and defeats. Resilience is about finding joy in the journey, even when the road is hard. It's about recognizing that the struggle is part of the story, and that the story is what makes the destination so meaningful. You were not created to live a life of ease and comfort. You were created to grow, to stretch, and to rise. Growth requires discomfort. It requires stepping outside your comfort zone, facing your fears, and embracing challenges. It requires resilience. And the beautiful thing about resilience is that it grows with each challenge you face. The more you push yourself, the stronger you become. The more you persevere, the more resilient you are. Resilience is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about taking small steps forward, even when the path is uncertain. It's about learning from your mistakes, growing from your failures, and becoming better because of them. It's about recognizing that every setback is an opportunity for a comeback. Every loss is a chance to gain something greater, and every failure is a stepping stone to success. The beauty of resilience is that it's not a destination, it's a journey. It's not something you achieve once and for all, it's something you cultivate every day. It's a mindset, a way of living, and a way of being. Resilience is about waking up each day and choosing to face the world with courage, determination, and hope. It's about choosing to keep going, even when the road is hard, and believing that the best is yet to come. When you look back on your life, you'll see that the moments of greatest growth were not the easy moments, but the hard ones. They were the moments when you were tested, when you were stretched, and when you were pushed to your limits. They were the moments when you discovered just how strong you are. Those moments were not meant to break you, they were meant to build you. You are not a victim of your circumstances, you are a victor over them. You are not defined by what happens to you, you are defined by how you respond to it. You have the power to rise above any challenge, to overcome any obstacle, and to thrive in the face of adversity. You have the power to be resilient, to be strong, and to be unstoppable. Resilience is not just something you have, it's who you are. Fear is one of the most common and powerful emotions, but it is also one of the most deceptive. It whispers in your ear, feeding on your doubts and insecurities, convincing you that you're not enough, that the risks are too great, and that failure is inevitable. Fear can paralyze you, keeping you stuck in the same place, too afraid to step forward, too hesitant to embrace the unknown. But fear is a liar. It thrives on your hesitation and multiplies in your silence. It only has power over you if you allow it to dictate your actions. Fear's greatest weapon is the illusion of certainty. It tries to convince you that staying where you are is safer than moving forward, that comfort is better than growth, and that settling is more secure than striving. But the truth is, staying stagnant because of fear is the surest way to miss out on the life you're meant to live. The greatest rewards in life lie beyond the boundaries of your comfort zone. They exist in the space where fear would have you believe you cannot go. Facing fear is not about being fearless, it's about being courageous. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the determination to move forward despite it. It's the decision to take a step even when you're uncertain about where it will lead. It's the boldness to speak up, to stand out, and to take action when fear tells you to shrink back. Courage is what allows you to silence fear's voice, to drown out its lies, and to walk boldly into the future you deserve. Fear often masquerades as practicality or caution. It whispers that it's better to wait until you're ready, until the timing is perfect, or until the risks are smaller. But the truth is, you'll never feel fully ready for the things that matter most. Growth always comes with a degree of discomfort. Taking a leap of faith always comes with uncertainty. But the alternative is staying stuck, letting fear hold you back, and missing out on opportunities that could change your life. Every great achievement in history was born from someone's decision to face fear and move forward anyway. The most successful people in the world are not those who have never felt fear. They are those who refuse to let it control them. They are the ones who felt the fear, acknowledged it, and chose to act in spite of it. They are the ones who understood that fear is not a stop sign, but a green light to push through. Fear thrives on the unknown, but so does potential. The same uncertainty that scares you is also the space where miracles happen. When you step into the unknown, you're stepping into a realm of endless possibilities. You're opening yourself up to opportunities you never imagined, experiences you never dreamed of, and growth you never thought possible. The unknown is not your enemy, it's your opportunity. Fear may try to keep you from it, but courage will lead you through it. Fear loves to exaggerate. It takes small risks and makes them seem insurmountable. It takes minor setbacks and magnifies them into major catastrophes. But when you face fear head on, you begin to see it for what it truly is: a shadow with no substance, a loud voice with no authority. When you confront your fears, you strip them of their power. You realize that most of what you feared was never as bad as you imagined. And even when challenges arise, you discover that you are far more capable of handling them than fear would have you believe. The process of overcoming fear starts with recognizing it. Acknowledge that fear is present, but don't give it a seat at the table. Don't let it dictate your choices or define your path. Name it, face it, and take action despite it. Each step you take in defiance of fear weakens its hold on you. Each decision to act in courage strengthens your resolve. Over time, you'll find that fear loses its grip, and you gain a newfound sense of freedom and confidence. Fear often targets your dreams because it knows that's where your greatest potential lies. It tries to convince you that your dreams are too big, too unrealistic, or too risky. But dreams are not meant to be small or safe. They are meant to challenge you, to inspire you, and to pull you toward greatness. When fear tries to keep you from pursuing your dreams, remind yourself why you dreamed them in the first place. Let your vision be stronger than your doubt. Let your passion be louder than your fear. The voice of fear is persistent, but it is not invincible. You have the power to challenge it, to question its validity, and to push past its lies. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Often you'll find that the worst case scenario is far less terrifying than fear would have you believe. And even if you stumble, even if you face setbacks, you have the strength to rise again. Failure is not the end, it's a stepping stone on the path to success. Fear also has a way of isolating you, making you feel like you're the only one facing uncertainty or doubt. But the truth is, everyone battles fear. It's a universal experience, a shared struggle. Knowing that you're not alone in your fear can be incredibly empowering. It reminds you that courage is not about being fearless, it's about joining a community of people who choose to act in spite of their fears. Together you can encourage one another, lift each other up, and remind each other that fear does not have the final say. Action is the antidote to fear. Every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you chip away at fear's power. Every time you face a challenge, speak your truth, or try something new, you build courage. The more you act, the less power fear has over you. Over time, you'll find that the things you once feared no longer hold you back. You'll find that you are stronger, braver, and more capable than you ever imagined. Fear is a natural response to uncertainty, but it doesn't have to be your ruler. You have the power to choose how you respond to it. You can let it hold you back, or you can use it as fuel to propel you forward. Fear can be a motivator if you let it. It can push you to prepare, to plan, and to persevere. It can remind you of what's at stake and inspire you to fight for what you truly want. When you stand up to fear, you discover a strength within you that you didn't know existed. You realize that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. You learn that courage is not a destination, but a journey, a practice, a way of living. Each time you face fear, you grow stronger. Each time you choose courage, you become more resilient. And each time you act despite fear, you take a step closer to the life you're meant to live. There is a light within you, a light that shines even in the darkest times. It's not always easy to see it, especially when life feels heavy and circumstances seem overwhelming. Darkness has a way of making you question everything, your purpose, your direction, and your ability to carry on. But no amount of darkness can extinguish the light that exists inside you. That light is constant, unwavering, and powerful, and it is there to guide you even when the path ahead is unclear. This inner light is not dependent on external circumstances. It doesn't fade when times are tough, nor does it diminish in the face of challenges. It is a part of who you are, a reflection of your strength, resilience, and purpose. Even when life feels chaotic, even when the winds of uncertainty blow fiercely around you, that light remains. It's a reminder that no matter how dark things may seem, there is always hope, always a reason to keep moving forward. Darkness may surround you, but it does not define you. The hardest moments in life often have a way of teaching you just how strong that light within you truly is. They force you to dig deep, to reach beyond your doubts and fears, and to rely on the strength you didn't even know you had. These moments are not meant to break you, they are meant to reveal the brilliance of the light you carry. When you trust in that light, you realize that it is more than enough to see you through any storm. The light within you is your compass. It guides you when you don't know which way to turn. It's not always a blinding spotlight illuminating the entire path ahead. Sometimes it's just a small flicker, barely visible but still present. That flicker is enough. It's enough to take the next step, to make the next decision, to move forward one moment at a time. You don't have to see the whole journey to begin. Trust that the light within you will guide you step by step to where you're meant to be. You may find yourself in moments when doubt creeps in, whispering lies that your light isn't strong enough, that you don't have what it takes to overcome the darkness. But doubt is not your truth. The light within you is far stronger than any doubt you may face. It is steady even when your faith wavers. It is constant even when your confidence shakes. It is your anchor, your guide, and your strength. There are times when the world around you will try to dim your light. People may criticize, circumstances may discourage, and life may challenge you in ways you never expected. But your light is not dependent on the approval of others or the ease of your circumstances. It is a part of you and it cannot be taken away. It is your birthright, your essence, and your gift to the world. No matter what comes against you, no matter how hard the winds blow, your light will continue to shine. Your light is not just for you, it's for others too. In a world filled with uncertainty and pain, your light can be a beacon of hope for those around you. When you allow your light to shine, you inspire others to do the same. You show them what's possible, remind them of their own strength, and encourage them to keep going. The beauty of light is that it multiplies. When one person's light shines, it has the power to ignite others. Your light has the potential to make a difference far beyond what you can see. There will be moments when the darkness feels overwhelming, when you question whether your light is strong enough to make a difference. But even the smallest light has the power to pierce the deepest darkness. A single candle can illuminate an entire room. Your light, no matter how small it may feel, has the power to bring hope, clarity, and direction, not just for yourself, but for others as well. Never underestimate the impact of your light, even in the seemingly small things. The light within you is fueled by your purpose. When you live in alignment with your purpose, your light shines brighter. When you pursue what sets your soul on fire, when you live authentically and boldly, your light becomes a force to be reckoned with. Purpose gives your light direction. It gives it meaning. And it reminds you that even in the darkest times, there is a reason to keep going. There is a calling on your life, a purpose that only you can fulfill. Your light is meant to shine in ways that are unique to you. There may be times when you feel like your light is fading, like the challenges of life have dimmed it to the point where it barely flickers. But even in those moments, it is still there. It may be buried under layers of doubt, fear, or pain, but it has not gone out. The beauty of light is that it can always be rekindled. Sometimes it takes time, sometimes it takes effort, but the light within you is never truly extinguished. It is resilient just as you are. When you feel like you've lost your way, when the path ahead seems uncertain, return to your light. Quiet the noise around you, tune out the distractions, and listen to the voice within. Your light will guide you. It may not provide all the answers at once, but it will show you the next step, the next move, the next choice. Trust that light. Trust that it will lead you to where you need to be. Your light is a reflection of your courage. Every time you face a challenge, every time you choose hope over despair, every time you take a step forward despite your fear, your light grows brighter. It is fueled by your resilience, your determination, and your faith. It is a testament to your strength, a reminder that you are capable of overcoming anything that comes your way. The more you trust in your light, the stronger it becomes. There will be people in your life who try to dim your light. They may do so out of their own insecurities, fears, or doubts, but their actions or words do not define your light. You are not here to conform to the expectations of others or to dim yourself to make others comfortable. You are here to shine boldly and unapologetically. Your light is your gift, and it deserves to shine in its full brilliance. The journey of life is not about avoiding darkness. It's about learning to navigate through it with your light as your guide. Darkness is not something to fear. It is something to face, to overcome, and to grow through. Each time you emerge from a season of darkness, your light shines brighter. Each time you choose to move forward, despite the uncertainty, your light grows stronger. Darkness does not have the final say, your light does. The light within you is your greatest asset. It is your strength in times of weakness, your clarity in times of confusion, and your hope in times of despair. It is a reminder that no matter what you face, you have what it takes to rise above it. Your light is a declaration that you are not defined by your circumstances, that you are more than your struggles, and that you are capable of overcoming any obstacle in your path. When you allow your light to shine, you give others permission to do the same. You inspire them to find their own light, to trust in their own strength, and to believe in their own potential. Your light is a gift not just to yourself, but to the world. It is a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is always hope. There is always a way forward. There is always a reason to keep going. Your light matters. It makes a difference, and it is needed now more than ever. Your past is a part of your story, but it does not define your future. Too often, people carry the weight of their mistakes, their failures, and their regrets like a heavy anchor, dragging it behind them and allowing it to shape how they see themselves. But the past is not a prison, it is a teacher. It exists to guide you, to mold you, and to prepare you for what lies ahead. No matter what has happened, no matter how many times you've stumbled or fallen, your past does not have the power to determine who you are or where you're going unless you let it. Every experience you've had, whether good or bad, has shaped you in some way. The painful moments, the mistakes, and even the things you wish you could erase, they've all played a role in building the person you are today. They've given you wisdom, resilience, and strength. They've taught you lessons that you couldn't have learned any other way. While you may not be able to change the past, you can choose what you take from it. You can choose to see it not as a chain holding you back, but as a foundation upon which to build. The truth is, we are all works in progress. No one has a perfect past. Everyone has made mistakes, faced failures, and experienced setbacks. What separates those who thrive from those who remain stuck is the ability to let go of the past and move forward with hope and determination. Holding on to regret or shame only robs you of the energy you need to create a better future. You cannot change what has been, but you have full control over what will be. Your past is a chapter, not the entire story. Sometimes it's the hardest moments in life that propel you toward growth. Pain has a way of breaking this open exposing the areas where we need healing and showing us what truly matters. It's in those moments of brokenness that we find the opportunity to rebuild, to transform, and to rise stronger than before. The things that were meant to harm you, the challenges that seem like they would destroy you, can become the very things that prepare you for greatness. Every setback contains the seeds of a comeback. Your past failures are not failures if you learn from them. They are stepping stones, valuable lessons that teach you what doesn't work so you can focus on what does. Each time you stumble, you gain clarity, insight, and perspective. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the journey toward it. It's through falling that you learn to rise, and it's through trying again that you discover your resilience. What matters most is not how many times you failed, but how many times you've chosen to get back up. Many people live as though they are defined by their mistakes, as if their worth is tied to the things they regret. But your worth is not determined by your past, it is inherent. You are valuable simply because you exist. No mistake, no failure, no moment of weakness can change that. When you let go of the idea that your past defines you, you free yourself to embrace the truth of who you are, a person capable of growth, change, and incredible potential. Forgiveness is a crucial part of moving forward. This includes forgiving others, but perhaps even more importantly, forgiving yourself. We are often our harshest critics, replaying moments of regret in our minds and berating ourselves for what we wish we had done differently. But holding on to self-condemnation serves no purpose. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of shame and prevents you from stepping into the future with confidence. Forgiving yourself is not about excusing mistakes, it's about acknowledging them, learning from them, and choosing to let go. Your past does not have to be a place of pain, it can be a source of power. When you look back on where you've been and see how far you've come, you can find strength in your journey. The fact that you are still here, still standing, is a testament to your resilience. You've faced challenges and overcome them. You've experienced loss and found a way to keep going. You've made mistakes and learned valuable lessons. Your past is proof of your ability to persevere. The beauty of life is that each day is a new beginning. No matter what happened yesterday, today is an opportunity to start fresh. You have the power to rewrite your story, to choose a new path, and to create a future that reflects who you want to be. The mistakes of the past do not determine your destiny. Your choices in the present do. Each decision you make, no matter how small, is a step toward the person you're becoming. You are not defined by where you've been, but by where you're going. Sometimes moving forward requires you to let go of old patterns, beliefs, or relationships that no longer serve you. It can be difficult to release what is familiar even when it's holding you back. But growth requires change, and change often requires letting go. When you release the things that weigh you down, you make room for new opportunities, new experiences, and new possibilities. You create space for the person you're meant to become. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not have to limit you. You are not bound by the mistakes you've made or the circumstances you faced. You have the power to rise above them, to chart a new course, and to create a life that reflects your highest potential. The only limitations that truly exist are the ones you place on yourself. When you believe in your ability to grow and change, you unlock the door to endless possibilities. It's important to remember that everyone's journey is different. Comparing your path to someone else's only distracts you from your own progress. You may look at others and see their successes, their achievements, and their seemingly perfect lives, but you don't see the struggles they've faced or the challenges they've overcome. Every person has their own story, their own battles, and their own victories. Focus on your journey and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. The past can be a powerful motivator if you let it. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, use it as fuel to propel you forward. Let it remind you of what you've overcome and inspire you to keep pushing toward your goals. The best way to honor your past is to use it as a foundation for a brighter future. Let it be a source of strength, a reminder of your resilience, and a testament to your ability to grow. Your story is still being written. The chapters that have come before are important, but they are not the final word. You have the power to shape the narrative, to decide what comes next, and to create a future that reflects your dreams and aspirations. Your past may have brought you to this point, but it is your present choices that will determine where you go from here. You are the author of your story, and the possibilities are limitless.